President Jonathan launches G program, promises to encourage women to maximize their potentials. Supreme Court to determine Ibraland case after 18 years of litigation. PDP Integrity Vanguard wants INEC to discard the use of smart card reader for 2015 elections. Correspondent examines economic impact of Ghana's 4 years of oil exploration. You're welcome to the news tonight. Sorry, we're starting a little behind schedule. My name is Chinedu Obike. The present administration will continue to encourage Nigerian women to grow and maximize their potentials for economic development. President Goodluck Jonathan stated this at the inaugural launch of the GWIN program in Abuja. State House correspondent Shegulawale reports.
So far, the Digital Girls Club has made us realize our potentials in ICT. Aside this, it has changed our mindset towards ICT and given us a sense of confidence.
Government, they will never ever forget what this government did to them. They are really appreciating the effort of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan for giving them their health, their hope, and their lives back to them.
They are some of the beneficiaries of the program Growing Girls and Women in Nigeria, GWIN. It is an initiative aimed at not only empowering young women and girls to be self-reliant and reduce poverty while improving their lives, but also making budgets work for girls and women in Nigeria. This exactly is what the Jonathan-led administration sets out to achieve since the pilot program started in 2013. The program is being administered through a tripartite memorandum of understanding between the two coordinating ministries of Women Affairs and the Ministry of Finance, and the implementing ministries of Agriculture, Communication Technology, Health, Works and Water Resources, and lately the Ministry of Environment. President Goodluck Jonathan, at the inaugural launch of the program, believed in the imperatives of maximizing the potentials of women for greatness and economic growth in order to give them hope.
Because I believe very sincerely, and most other countries' leadership do, that women and men must together move our society forward. And in any society that tries to sideline women or don't maximize the values we have in our women, of course, you are reducing their chances of growth. I totally believe that we must encourage our women.
He also expressed solidarity with the women across the world as the International Women's Day is celebrated. From the State House Conference Center, Presidential Villa, Abuja, Shegulawale, NTA News. NTA News.
And still at the launch of the GWIN program, President Goodluck Jonathan has been commended for his commitment towards improving the life of women and girls. This came to the fore at the inaugural launch of the GWIN program in Abuja. Correspondent Obegulu Woke reports.
The Growing Girls and Women in Nigeria GWIN program was created in line with the transformation agenda of President Goodluck Jonathan, with the aim of improving the life of women and girls in the country. The GWIN program is sponsored out of a 3 billion naira fund that President Jonathan announced in the 2013 budget as a gender budgeting approach carefully programmed with monetary.
We have a community of practice established by the President of the World Bank, Dr. Jim Yong Kim, of 10 international countries along these lines. So look at what was started here in Nigeria, what is growing. It has become something that is being adopted by other countries across the world.
Representatives of ministries and parastatals implementing the program outlined the achievements of the ministries so far.
3 women from 36 states of the Federation and FCT were trained in Nasarawa State. The project enabled the women to bid and secure contracts in any establishment.
Provide women with information that can empower them, that can give them the knowledge to change their lives. The first of these applications is called SHE, and SHE stands for Smart, Happy, Empowered Women. is developed as a band of Smart Women Nigeria.
Beneficiaries of the program expressed their gratitude.
I learned mobile application creation. I learned so many great things, and this has helped me to decide what I want to be in life.
I had feared to touch any component of the computer, can now dismantle the computer CPU and then recouple it back. It seems so amazing to me.
The GWIN program is meant to be implemented by some selected ministries and parastatals across the Federation for the benefit of women in all the 6 geopolitical zones. In Abuja, Obiagelu Goke, NTA News.
Thousands of girls and women in Nigeria are being empowered economically through the GWIN program of the federal government. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, said this during the inauguration of GWIN program by President Jonathan in Abuja. Finance and Economic Correspondent Cliff Ayoze reports.
From agriculture to communication technology, through health, water resources and works, the impact of the growing girls and women in Nigeria have been felt through the GWIN program. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who initiated the GWIN program, says the initiative aims at providing additional budget funds to the delivery of specific results or benefits to the girls and women in Nigeria by ministries, departments and agencies.
We are actually young people producing products, women doing amazing things. So this program, look at the works, you know, where the women are being taught how to lay asphalt and so on. So my impression is that what the president has started in this program in trying to use the budget to empower women is absolutely working.
While the Smart Women and Digital Girls Clubs in Unity Schools are making impact in the area of communication technology, agriculture, health, water resources are also recording milestones.
And hearing their testimonials, there are a number of them who didn't think about computer science, computer engineering or any kind of engineering are now actually thinking of studying those subjects in universities.
Agriculture in Schools program, and that is an out-of-school extracurricular activity to bring agriculture to the kids in secondary schools.
We know this group of women that got ill through childbirth, where there are complications and they develop incontinence of urine and stool. Before this, are people that had been abandoned and left to fend for themselves, but GWIN came into rescue.
You see older women, you see the excitement and the passion. Each one of them is excited doing whatever she has been given opportunity to do, like in the water sector.
Some of the beneficiaries say the GWIN program marks a turning point in their lives.
And through this, I've been empowered that what a boy can do, I can do it better.
I got a grant from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture a few weeks ago regarding my work in handbag making and also in farming.
The GWIN program, initiated in 2012, took off with a budget provision of 3 billion naira in 2012. The program also enjoys the support of international development agencies. In Abuja, Cliff Ayoze, NTA News.
Away from the GWIN program, Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu says the new National Institute for Legislative Studies under construction will serve the need of research development and human capacity building for Nigerians and other countries in the African sub-region when completed. He disclosed this to newsmen during an assessment tour to the construction site of the institute in Abuja. National Assembly correspondent Kenneth Nanim reports.
The National Institute for Legislative Studies is one of the National Assembly's projects. Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu expressed satisfaction on the level of work at the site. Senator Ekweremadu says out of 52 billion naira appropriated for the project, 16 billion naira has been released and expended. He says at completion of the project, Nigeria would have set a pace for other countries of Africa in terms of research and human capacity development.
We don't have anything like this anywhere in Africa. So it's going to be Nigeria's contribution to intellectual development in Africa, especially in the area of legislative studies. This is the major capital project of the National Assembly over these past 2 years. I'm hopeful that we'll complete it within the next few months. When we started in 1999, Parliament was completely...
Additional processes, Ado Ibrahim was dethroned by a Kogi State High Court order on the 3rd of April 2006, a decision which was also affirmed by the Court of Appeal in January 2009. Now in the Supreme Court, all parties threw in their best legal shots, knowing that there's nowhere to go again after this stage.
The people that were there in the case were old people. Some of them have died. Even some of them that are still alive now, they are retired people. All they want is justice. And the only place there they can seek justice is the courts. And that's why they approach the courts.
We came into the matter at the Court of Appeal stage just immediately after the High Court gave its decision. And that was in 2006. So yes, we handled the matter at the lower court and then we're here as well.
The Kogi State government, which was a party in the case, told the Supreme Court that it had no prayers to make to the court, wanting to be neutral and abide with whatever the court would come up with on the 5th of June, even though it also says that it has its own appeal pending. In Abuja, Femi Okewu, NTA News.
That report was actually done by Femi Okewu and not Ngufan Shaji, as I earlier introduced. The Nigeria Police says it plans to site primary health care centers in police barracks across the country. AIG Grace Okudo said this when she represented the Inspector General of Police as head of the delegation to the Ministry of Health. The police also announced plans to establish police schools of health and supply of long-lasting insecticide-treated nets and yellow cards to police health facilities. Bonaventure Wodo has details.
The delegation led by AIG Grace Chika Okudo, in charge of medical, told the ministry that the police is seeking more comprehensive and functional collaboration and tapping into full advantage in the National Health Bill recently signed into law by President Goodluck Jonathan. She said the police workforce of 350,000, their families, including insurgency, makes it inevitable that police gets the support of the ministry and all segments of society.
Capacity building is one area we need to collaborate with you. We already started, the process. Like we are very, very short-staffed.
Brothers and sisters, shine your eyes. They have written your names on the sand of time. And you don't even have your name on a piece of paper. Generations will live to remember them, but who will remember you? Now you're ready to kill and be killed for them. If you die, they will still be alive to recontest again. Be warned. Say no to electoral violence. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
You're welcome back. There are indications that the Labour Party will announce its presidential candidate this week. The national chairman of the party, Alhaji Abdul Qadir Abdul Salam, said this during a chat with NTA News in Abuja. Alhaji Abdul Salam, who also bears his mind on the usage of smart card reader for the forthcoming elections, advised INEC to improve on the process to ensure a hitch-free election.
Assuming we had the election prior to this time, what will INEC have told the world with regards to the card reader? In less than 2 weeks is not enough for INEC to meet up with the challenges. We should go the way we were before. We are going to have our National Working Committee tomorrow. And we are going to have our National Executive Council on Wednesday to deliberate on various issues of the election. One, who do we announce our people to vote for? Or whom do we not announce our people not to vote for? We will analyze it, we will explore it, we will come out with a position certainly.
The Labour Party's National Executive Council meeting holds in Ibadan, Oyo State capital, on Wednesday. The PDP Integrity Vanguard has urged INEC to discard the use of smart card reader in the forthcoming elections. The leadership of the group, while briefing journalists in Abuja, said the just concluded test run of the card reader by INEC has exposed serious challenges with the device as it could not authenticate many registered voters.
INEC went to town last Saturday to test run the card readers
and vision of the party. The party noted that its presidential standard bearer, President Goodluck Jonathan, enjoys excellent working relationships as exhibited at rallies and meetings with stakeholders across the country. The party added that it is to the credit of the national chairman that his leadership stabilized the party at its critical moment and successfully achieved unity among its leaders and members while strengthening the confidence of Nigerians in the PDP as the only vehicle to deliver democratic dividends to them. Dignitaries at the occasion included Dr. Ahmadu Ali, Director General of the PDP Presidential Campaign Organization. Now, away from politics, the discovery of oil by Ghana in 2007 and exploration in 2010 brought so much hope as the country soon became the 6th largest producer in Africa and 25th in the world, leading to have been declared a middle-income economy by 2012. But 4 years into the oil wealth, Ghana appears to be going the way of Nigeria, paying less attention to agriculture and focusing on oil revenue. Our West African Bureau Chief, Cordelia Opoma, examines the impact of this on the economy against the background of global oil price crash.
Ghana, the first African country south of the Sahara to gain its independence in 1957, has come a long way from the harsh economic realities of the 80s to building a steady, solid economy, which positioned it as a middle-income economy in 2012. Oil was discovered in 2007, but exploration began in 2010 in the country's Jubilee field, estimated to have 3 billion barrels of crude oil to last 25 years. 4 years on, there has, however, been a decline in productivity due to sand contamination. The resultant effect was a revision downwards of the 2015 budget by 17.3%.
And a reduction in price, that would affect, the subsidy, that is paid. The low crude oil price would impact, for example, on the reserves or balance of payments side, the import bill for the country. It means that we use less foreign exchange to import the same amount of crude.
In the light of this development, coupled with the energy challenge that now dictates only 3 days of light provision by the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, many Ghanaians say there is not much to celebrate about.
I'm not very happy what is going on as at now, because I've said it.
It's giving us $2.7 billion. That is a huge amount when a country like us is looking for about 900 million from the IMF. So if we have this kind of money, why are you going to IMF?
We're supposed to put our money in 4 investment-related areas, but it's now going into 14 areas which are consumption-related. When these things happen, it doesn't give people the opportunity to see the fruit of an investment. We need to invest in infrastructure.
To reposition Ghana along the path where the founding fathers envisioned it to be, analysts say the Mahama administration has to do a lot more to boost the confidence of the average Ghanaian. From Accra, Ghana, Cordelia Opoma, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Update with Kene Emabodike.
Nigeria's national basketball team, the Tigers, are now set to confront their counterparts from Burkina Faso this weekend following the Burkina Faso Basketball Association's readiness to host the first leg qualifier for the 2015 African Basketball Championship.